What's up, y'all? This time I don't have my glasses because I guess I lost the screw that fits in there. Whatever. So right here we got what's it like being black in Japan. We're gonna watch this and yeah, I got the unhealthy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too proud to admit it this time around, but I'm doing it. I got me some pizza, stuffed crust.
What's it like living in Japan as a black person?
Okay. First of all,
Okay, well, let's get this interview started.
Honestly, it is what it is. Like me being black in Japan.
If we were like a bunch of white dudes walking around, maybe we'll get
Any black person out there who's watching your channel and wants to come here, I don't think there's any reason to worry.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Takashi from Japan. Today I'm going to interview black people in Japan. What's it like being black in Japan? And then I got many comments asking black people what's it like living in Japan. Something like that. So I decided to make a video this topic. Okay, let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan without traveling or living. And you can also learn Japanese here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Tokyo and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started. Okay, thank you for your help. Where you from?
I'm from America.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in Japan?
This will be my 6th year in Japan.
6 years. Oh, 6 years.
6 years.
Long.
Yeah.
Long. Can I ask what you do?
So I teach middle school and high school kids, not conversation English, but like academic English and academic writing and stuff like that.
Okay. So you're from America. So you're black American. What's it like? What's it like living in Japan as a black American?
It's
You have any opinion?
I have many opinions. When I first moved here, I felt like a spectacle. I felt like a lot of people were looking at me. Yeah, I just felt like a lot of people were looking at me. But now that I've lived here for so long, it just feels like where I would live anywhere else, people are just gonna look because they have this notion of black people. So there's always like, oh well, can she do this or can she speak Japanese or stuff like that. So like honestly, it is what it is. Like me being black in Japan wouldn't be any different from me being black in like Europe or China or anything to me personally, because I just think that people are gonna look anyway. They're gonna make assumptions about me anyway. So I mean, you might as well give them a show.
Okay. I wanted to ask you this question specifically.
Okay.
In Tokyo, young Japanese people, they do their hair like dread.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's what do you think?
Some people say like, oh, it's appropriation, and other people will say like, oh no, it's appreciation. I personally don't like it, but I can't make anybody do anything. So I'll just sit and look and mind my business.
Last question, do you speak Japanese?
もちろん。住んでるから。
住んでる。
はい。住んでるから話せる。
でも住んでる人でも話せない人いっぱいいるじゃないですか。
そうですね。本当に悪いと思うから。
あ、良くないと思う。それは。
良くないから。Anybody, if you live here for longer than 3 years, I personally think that you should learn more Japanese. Don't be that 25-year-old that like, I don't know any Japanese, and you live here for like 50 years and like, I'll never learn. Like that's stupid. I think that's stupid.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
thank you
I
for
can
your
do it.
help.
no problem.
But she was being feisty, but not really. She said it is what it is. I don't like it, but that's life. And that's the truth.
Where from?
I'm from right outside DC.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan since 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, I am an English teacher. I work with little kids and I teach them English. But forget all that. I'm a rapper. I'm a recording artist, a singer, whatever you want to call it. I go by Jay the Protagonist. All platforms, Spotify, iTunes, everything like that.
Today I'd like to ask you about life in Japan. As a black person, how do Japanese people see black people? What do you think?
Well, when it comes to stuff like that, my perception, I don't really know how they see me. That's a very good question. No, I've never actually asked a Japanese adult how they see me. or something like that. And no one's ever really told me either. So it's, but I do imagine a lot of people when they hear the word foreigner, they might think of a white person. Generally, you know.
Yeah, that's
generally.
yeah.
Like usually when they're like hiring for a job or something like that, and they want like hire a foreigner, you know, in their mind they want like a white guy. You know what I'm saying? They're not usually not picturing like a black guy or something like that. You know, when they foreign, foreign and a white person, they're like synonymous. You know what I'm saying? They're like interchangeable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but like I said, all my friends and like all my homies were like rappers and artists. So usually when we go someplace like together or like in a group, we're performing, right? So we get a lot of love and we get a lot of support. You know, hip hop is very popular. You know, it's global. You know what I'm saying? So no matter where we go, what we do, you know, we get love. So it's been mostly positive. You know, like I said, I think if we were like a bunch of white dudes walking around, maybe we'll be treated a little better, but we're not exactly treated bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I see, I see. Like, hip hop in general, it's trending in Japan.
Yeah.
And many, guys, Japanese guys, they listen hip hop and then, they getting know about, black culture, like including hip hops,
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cultural thing. In America, actually, they like black people as a culture.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily like us as a people. But when it comes to embracing us as people, who we actually are, we got a lot of work. It's kind of the same here. But I'd imagine there's not as many black folks here in Japan as there are white folks. We just need a few more of us out here just to, show what our actual culture and our actual way of living is like, But we all people, we all the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really much of a difference. Yeah, everywhere.
Okay. Last question, do you speak Japanese?
My Japanese is very low. Actually with my job, we're encouraged to only speak English. Most of the Japanese I learn is from my students. So when I speak to an adult, I got to be very careful of what I'm saying to make sure it doesn't sound like stupid or silly or cute or something like that, Okay. So it's tough,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Man.
Really appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your help. Where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
I'm also from Kenya.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How long have you been in Japan?
Right now 2 months, but I have been here before. In 2020, I was here for like 9 months, and then now I'm back. It's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months. So in total, almost a year?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've been here, I think in total, this is my 5th year.
Like, what's it like being African in Japan? Like, what's it like being black in Japan? Do you have any opinion on that, first of all?
It's definitely a bit different for us being black compared to like the white people. But then it's not bad, I'd say. My personal experience, you'd get a few stares sometimes, but mostly no one cares. So that's good.
I haven't had any negative experiences in terms of my racial identity because, in my opinion, Japanese are very welcoming, and even the stares that you get, it's not malicious. It's people are just curious.
True.
Yeah, so if you look at it in that way, because if it's not something you see every day, so when you see someone different, of course you're going to be curious. So it's not something malicious, and people are friendly. There have been so many cases where I've been helped
So
by
many times.
yes, so many times. I've been helped by strangers, by Japanese, and I think that is something that I'm really grateful for. And the country itself, the systems, they have systems in place to help foreigners. Yeah, so any black person out there who's watching your channel and wants to come here, I don't think there's any reason to worry. Yeah, because Japan is very welcoming, in my opinion.
So you think you know Wix? Do you really? First up, we've got Shape Video Masks. You can use different
told
shapes to
Google.
create completely different vibes and aesthetics.
Nice. Next question. When Japanese people refer the word foreigners, it's usually like European or American, like Western people, or maybe Asian, like Chinese or Koreans. When I ask Japanese people about black people or African people, from my perspective, they don't have much like knowledge. They don't have much experience to seeing them. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question, but at the same time, I feel like, just as she said, this is not something, or these are not people they see so many of, because even when you walk through a station, you might see maybe just one other black person apart from you. So if they haven't seen as many black people, they don't know what to expect. And so I'm not so sure, but I'd love to ask a Japanese person what they
You
think.
wanna know too?
So we need to differentiate between the blacks also. So
Yeah, true.
yeah, because there's black African and there's black American. This is just my opinion, my view. I think a lot of Japanese have more experience with black Americans and they can sort of identify more with them because of the media. You know, they consume their movies, the movies, the music from black American, right? But not black African. And if you tell them you're from Africa, I think the first thing that comes to their mind is the national parks, the animals,
The parks, true.
the parks, and that's what Africa is best known for. That's what Kenya is.
Not just for Japanese people, right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah.
Even
not,
to other
not just
Africans.
even to other tourists, even to other white people, to other foreigners I meet who are not Africans. Probably, I think if we need to change the perception, the Japanese perception towards black Africans, we need to put ourselves, our culture, our normal life in out there, not just the
The
tourist.
tourist side of it.
Yeah,
Actual life.
actual life.
True.
Last question, do you speak Japanese?
No. Maybe ask me this question in like 1 year, and the answer will be yes. I speak Japanese.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
welcome.
Thank you for your help. Where from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Nice to meet you.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。What brought you to Japan?
First, I took a flight from. I'm kidding. I actually wanted to escape Jamaica, and I wanted to expand my worldview, so to speak.
How long have you been in Japan?
A long time, like over 10 years.
Over 10 years. What's it like living in Japan as a black person?
Okay. First of all, a lot of times I forget what color I am because Japanese people are not outwardly racist, thank God. And so I often forget what color I am. But in any case, I've had many more positive experiences. In fact, Japanese people give me more positive qualities or more superstar qualities than I have. Like they think I can definitely play basketball, or they think I'm probably a good singer, or they think I'm somehow athletically blessed or something.
Yeah, that's kind of like
Positive stereotype.
positive stereotype Japanese have towards black people, right?
Yeah, and that's good. The more you interact with Japanese people and you enter their social circle, the more they treat you like one of them. There are certain social rules that you have to accept. Japanese society is based on a lot of social rules. And even a Japanese person who doesn't behave in the way that is expected, even they will be rejected. I believe there is a saying that the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. So the best thing you can do in Japan is try not to stand out in a bad way. And if you just behave like Japanese people, then you'll be accepted. But not like you're mimicking them, because that's a totally different thing. Accepting the unspoken social rules. So things like taking off your shoes before you go inside, things like wearing a mask if you have a cold, don't talk loudly on the train, for the love of God. I'm the only foreigner who lives in my apartment complex, and I wondered why they accepted me. I remember back when I was signing a contract with a real estate agency, I heard her saying on the phone to the owner, "Takido, daijoubu desu. Nihonjin poi dakara daijoubu desu."
Oh.
And then I was wondering, Nihonjin poi, is it me, my face, or what? But then
Your
I realized,
behavior, right?
Yeah. Japanese people accept if you behave just like them, but in fact you're a guest in the country, so you should behave better.
Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
少しですね、日本語、
どうやって日本語学びました？
デートとか、なんか
デート？
デート、
デート。Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. I'm also planning to interview Latino people, asking them like what's it like being Latin in Japan, like as I did asking like Asian people. If you are from Latin country, can you like give me some question idea that I can interview? I can ask them. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, click like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question that you want me to ask people in Japan, please leave the comment too. See you next time.
In all seriousness, I was doing a whole lot more listening and learning. It was pretty cool. Cool video. They real with it.